Hey, what's going on, Lou?
Hey, how
So
are?
it looks like you guys have brought in Xavier Howard. That's obviously someone you've got a little bit of experience with. So he's a little on the older side, hasn't played in a year, but what are you hoping to get out of him? And how involved were you in the process of him coming to Indy?
Well, I know X from his college days. We drafted a coach at Miami. I was around him during that process, around him his first 2 years of his career. So the one thing about him that always jumped off the tape to me when he was at Baylor, reason why I was drafted so high is he can go get the ball, and he's proven that throughout his NFL career. That he's been a elite interceptor. So we're hoping that we'll give him some time to get back into football shape because that takes a while. But hoping that we can get some of those interceptions going.
Nate.
Along those lines, I mean, we know he's had, a great career so far, but he hasn't played football in a year and he's 32 now. Do you have a sense for how much he can still do, or do you have to just wait till you see him out there on the field?
Well, we last year at the Bengals we worked them out back in December. You've seen him move a little bit and look good, and I just feel good about the athlete that he is, and maybe you could look at it as his legs got a year off to rest. So one thing I know is his ball skills and those things they don't go away with time, and he still has those.
Joel.
His experience, does that allow you to feel good about him just kind of picking up all the different things you guys do?
Well, he's played a lot of football. He's played in a lot of systems over the course of his career. So while we may call it a little bit something different than what he's used to, he'll just equate it to the things he knows. And, I don't think there's going to be anything where it's like, okay, this is totally different. I think he'll pick it up pretty quick.
JJ.
Hey Lou, what have you maybe learned about DeForest Buckner and Grover Stewart just over the, couple of weeks of training camp, the time you had with them in the spring, those two guys together?
Well, I mean, I think it's easy to see what they bring on the field, in terms of their play. Grover being as powerful he is and can still affect the quarterback with rushes, and Buck being just for how tall and athletic he is in different ways. So everybody sees what they are on the field, but what I didn't know about him, and you wouldn't until you get here in and day out, is just how they just are great leaders. They're smile on their face every day, both of them, and we're so fortunate to have them as team leaders, and specifically on defense.
How important is it to have, I mean, those guys have played together now for 6 years. Like, how important as a coordinator is it to have that kind of established core at the center of your defense as you start kind of building everything else out?
Oh, it's huge. I think it's a huge impact for us. The type of players they are, the type of men as they are, but also, as you mentioned, the positions that they play, they can impact the game in so many different ways. So yeah, it's a great thing for us to have them.
Chap.
Hey Lou, thanks for doing this. Uh, you guys practice for a reason. I mean, you need the reps. How's your level of confidence when you haven't had these guys together? Z's not been out there in a game yet, and you've missed your corners, and Quiddy's been missed time. What gives you the confidence or belief that this is going to come together in September?
Well, I think it's, the whole league deals with injuries. I think if you'd asked any team, where they're at from an injury standpoint, there's going to be guys that have missed practice. It's going to happen during the season, and just how you integrate the guys that are coming off of whether it be a surgery or a 2 week ankle injury, whatever it may be. I think that's just a part of the way the NFL is now. It's always been that way. So it's a process that we're going to go through. But at the end of the day, we've got the opportunity for the other guys to get reps has been a big factor for us, and I think those guys will be able to step in and when we get the other guys back, and if there's a hiccup down the road, then all these reps that these other guys have banked will really come into play.
Thanks, Lou.
Kent.
Hey, Lou, given the variety of schemes that you deploy, and we saw a gob of them on Saturday afternoon, how important is versatility in that defensive line? I mean, you got to have guys who can do multiple things, don't you?
I think the more you can do, the better at each level of the defense. So I think, guys are really starting to hone in on what their jobs are and what their job expectations are. And it's allowing us to play fast. It's allowing us to be great communicators. So I think it helps. The more you can do certainly helps the entire team and the entire defense.
As you did what you did on Saturday and really deployed a whole bunch of different stuff. I mean, there was a wide menu of scheme. Was that to evaluate different guys in those roles, or are you trying to, kind of stop the Packers?
I think we did some things. I think that our general philosophy during training camp and the preseason games is maybe do a little bit less and let the guys go out there and play fast and can see the younger guys just run and tackle but with the older group maybe did a little bit more, but they all handle it well, and as we get into game week, that's certainly the volume will certainly pick up.
Thanks, Lou.
Just do a few more here, James.
Lou, obviously you all have dealt with injuries in that secondary, but considering other guys who got opportunities, what you like about or what you see from Chris Lamons in that second game against the Green Bay Packers?
Well, I think corners and slot corners in particular, they're all going to be judged on when the ball comes to them. What do they do? They can have, 40 or 50 passes in the game, but they're whether they had a good game or a bad game will be the 6 or 7, 5, 6, 7, 8 targets that they got during the game. And I thought, with that said, Chris, there's a couple snaps where certainly he could have done better, but when the ball came his way, for the most part, he did a good job. And there's things to clean up, but I was happy with the way Chris played.
Last two, we'll go Kevin and then Steven.
Hey Lou, with like Xavier, did you see enough in that workout? Thinks he's good to go, or do you want to see exactly where he's at once you get him into practice settings in terms of if he can help you week one?
Yeah, I always think it's just a matter of time. The good news is we still have 3 weeks before we play a game. So, I think we'll evaluate it, and we brought him here for a reason. So, hopefully he'll be worked back in as quickly as possible.
Last one, Steven.
Hey Lou, what's been sort of your evaluation on Latu, particularly in recent practices and then the game on Saturday?
Yeah, again, a guy that comes in every day, works, wants to be great, has a really, really high level of high level of ability as an edge rusher. He can really bend and twist the edge, and he's affected the quarterback both in practice and certainly now in the game. So, I'm expecting big things. He's expecting big things from him, and the combination of those guys up front, I think, will allow us to do certain things, and also, I think Latu will have a big year.
Has he, he talked about wanting to add more power to his game after last year or during last year. Are you seeing development there too?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's something that, you'd ask any of the great edge rushers, if you don't have speed to power, then you're not going to, make your money in terms of sacking the quarterback as efficiently as you could. So he has shown that now throughout, really even some last year, and certainly now as Charlie Partridge has done a great job. Charlie and Matt Raich have done a great job with him, developing him, and I think that again, sky's the limit for Latu.
Thanks.